From the announcement of their engagement to the moment they stepped back from the British royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have had the world's attention. As a result, there have been a ton of myths circulated about them. Here are the ones you can stop believing. We get it. Planning for a wedding can be an arduous, stressful, and demanding endeavor. After all, there are a million details to consider, from the guest list to the cake to the venue and more. So it's not unheard of for a few feathers to be ruffled along the way. So when reports from tabloids such as The Sun emerged that Meghan Markle made Kate Middleton cry during a dress fitting for Princess Charlotte, it wasn't a terribly surprising report. After all, Meghan was just about to marry Prince Harry and officially become a member of the royal family, so a lot was at stake. However, what was surprising was the bombshell that Meghan dropped in her March 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, saying that actually the opposite thing had happened, and that Kate had been the one to make her cry.
She was upset about something pertaining to, yes, the issue was correct, about flower girl dresses, and it made me cry.
Meghan said that Kate did apologize to Meghan privately, but said that she still felt hurt by the fact that no one in the royal family publicly contradicted the story.
I would have never wanted that to come out about her, ever, even though it had happened. I protected that from ever being out in the world.
After Prince Harry and Meghan Markle got engaged, everyone knew that her life was about to change drastically. After all, she had to give up her role on Suits, move across the ocean, and settle in a new country. It stands to reason, then, that Meghan would have quite the learning curve in transitioning into royal life. So it wasn't surprising when the Times reported that Meghan would spend time with Queen Elizabeth's assistant in something of a royal boot camp. An insider explained, "It will be 6 months of listening. She is seeking out advice on a range of people. It's going to be a very busy office." But as Meghan tells it, that's not what went down at all, as she revealed in her tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey. As she put it, "There was no guidance. There's no class on how to speak, cross your legs, how to be royal. That might exist for other members of the family, but that was not something that was offered to me. Instead, Harry and Meghan had to do it on their own." Anyone who watched the royal wedding can tell you that when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle said their I do's, the couple looked completely in love. A happily ever after seemed imminent for the newlyweds. However, that's not at all how things went down, and it wasn't because Meghan and Harry were fighting. Far from it. After the wedding was over and Meghan's royal life began in earnest, she was subjected to malicious treatment. The British media, reportedly with the help of insiders in the royal family's orbit, spread critical information about Meghan far and wide. The coverage also reflected double standards and even racism. Meghan later said the attention had serious effects on her mental health. It's something of a tradition for royal mothers to give a photo op with their newborns outside of the hospital, as Kate Middleton and Princess Diana have done. But Meghan Markle didn't follow in those royal footsteps. According to a royal statement issued at the time, their royal highnesses have taken a personal decision to keep the plans around the arrival of their baby private. The Duke and Duchess look forward to sharing the exciting news with everyone once they have had an opportunity to celebrate privately as a new family. The tabloids reported that Meghan was uncomfortable having her photo taken so soon after giving birth to baby Archie, and who could blame her if she was? But it turns out that part of the story is apparently a total myth. According to Meghan and Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey, it went down differently. Meghan told Oprah that unlike other royal couples, Meghan and Harry weren't even asked to take a picture on the hospital steps with newborn baby Archie. After Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's son was born, the tabloids reported that the new parents declined giving their child any royal titles. Daily Mirror royal editor Russell Myers told ITV's Lorraine, "Harry and Meghan, for their firstborn Archie, didn't want him to have a title. He could have been a His Royal Highness, but Harry and Meghan are set to shun any sort of title." However, during Meghan and Harry's sit-down interview with Oprah Winfrey in March of 2021, the Duchess of Sussex revealed that they actually wanted a title for baby Archie, but weren't given one.
They didn't want him to be a prince or a princess, not knowing what the gender would be, which would be different from protocol, and that he wasn't going to receive security.
She added that there were concerns and conversations within the family about how dark Archie's skin might be when he was born. Given that all of Kate Middleton and Prince William's children have titles, we have some feelings about this royal snub. When Meghan Markle and Prince Harry went public with their intention to step back from the royal family and give up their roles as senior members, the tabloids went nuts. Many of the papers placed the blame on Meghan's shoulders, insinuating that she couldn't handle royal life and was engineering their departure so that she herself could flee. The press even coined the term Megxit to refer to the situation, which certainly implies that it was Meghan's decision to step back. But as Meghan confirmed in an interview with Oprah Winfrey, that's a total myth. As she explained, other royals have changed their statuses in the past, and they just needed some air.
We weren't reinventing the wheel here. We were saying, okay, if this isn't working for everyone, we're in a lot of pain. You can't provide us with the help that we need. We can just take a step back.
Given what she said was going on behind the scenes, we totally understand. Another rumor that circulated when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from the royal family is that they expected to lose none of the perks of royal life, even though they wouldn't be senior royals. Angela Levin, a royal author, told Express, "I do think they probably want all the benefits of being a royal, but as has been said 100 times, you can't have it both ways." While that wasn't exactly the case, as Harry and Meghan did achieve financial independence and sever plenty of royal connections, the one thing that did blindside Harry was the loss of security detail.
I never thought that I would have my security removed because I was born into this position and I inherited the risk. So that was a shock to me.
He added that this revelation totally altered their plans. Plus, how is that having it both ways when you're the son of the heir to the British throne, which wasn't a choice to begin with? Speaking of being blindsided, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle told the public that they'd be stepping back from their roles as senior royals, tabloids like The Sun lambasted the pair, accusing them of blindsiding Queen Elizabeth. They painted a picture of a despondent queen and a livid Prince William. Once again, Harry and Meghan set the record straight in a tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Did you blindside the Queen?
No. I've never blindsided my grandmother. I have too much respect for her.
As for where the rumor started, Harry said that he suspected the rumor came from within the institution of the royal family. Additionally, Harry tried hard to make sure both Prince Charles and Queen Elizabeth understood his intentions in stepping away from royal work. The Queen, he says, took it well. Prince Charles, he said, did not.
I had 3 conversations with my grandmother and 2 conversations with my father before he stopped taking my calls.
At that point, Harry knew that his number one priority was to protect his family, so he took matters into his own hands. One of the biggest perks about being a member of the royal family is thought to be the wealth that comes along with it. After all, Queen Elizabeth is worth a whopping $600 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth, and Prince Charles is worth $100 million. It stands to reason, then, that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had tons of money, relatively speaking, when they stepped back from the royal family and announced their intention to become financially independent. But during the Duke and Duchess's interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry revealed that his father stopped supporting them in March of 2020, cutting them off financially from the royal family's funds. Fortunately, Harry inherited $13 million from his mother, Princess Diana, which is what enabled him and Meghan to move to the United States. As for Meghan and Harry's deals with Netflix and Spotify, the couple says that they didn't have those deals in place when they stepped back. According to them, those lucrative deals came to fruition later, and the couple accepted the arrangement to keep their family safe and secure.
I was suggested by somebody else by the point of where my family literally cut me off financially, and I had to afford security for us.
On April 9, 2021, Prince Philip died at the age of 99. The longtime husband of Queen Elizabeth had been struggling with health issues prior to his death, including problems with his heart. While it's tragic that Philip succumbed to his medical issues, 99 is an impressive run by any measure. Despite his old age and established health problems, some members of the press had the audacity to blame Meghan Markle for hastening Philip's death. Yes, really, they found a way to blame Meghan for that too. Brian Kilmeade was one commentator in the media who shared those reports on an episode of Fox and Friends in April 2021.
There are reports that he was enraged after the interview and the fallout from the interview with Oprah Winfrey. So here he is trying to recover, and then he gets hit with that.
Additionally, tabloids like the Daily Mail and The Sun pointed the finger at Meghan as well. Of course, Meghan had nothing to do with Philip's health problems or mortality. He reportedly died peacefully at a venerable age. Even though Prince Harry and Meghan Markle now live in California, far away from the royal family, they were still deeply impacted by the news of Prince Philip's death. Philip was Harry's grandfather, after all, who stepped in to help raise Harry when his mother tragically died. In order to pay tribute to his late grandfather one last time, Harry traveled to England to attend Philip's funeral, but Meghan Markle didn't accompany him, a move that the press certainly noticed. Tabloids like the Daily Mail reported that Meghan was skipping the memorial because she didn't want to be the center of attention at such a solemn occasion. Once again, that's a myth that we're happy to bust. The real reason Meghan stayed behind while Harry flew to England was due to her pregnancy. A royal spokesman briefed the press on the matter prior to the funeral, saying, "The Duchess of Sussex has been advised by her physician not to travel, so the Duke will be attending." Can you imagine taking a 12-hour flight while far along in your pregnancy? We can't either. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle sat down for their explosive tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, the whole world was watching. And the chat didn't disappoint, as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex took that time to dispel rumors, speak their truth, and set the record straight. All in all, over 17 million people around the world watched the headline-making interview. Oprah and Meghan addressed the topic of whether or not she was being paid at the top of the interview, and both insisted that no money was exchanging hands.
There is no subject that's off limits, and you are not getting paid for this interview.
All of that's correct.
All of that is correct.
To that end, you might be tempted to think that CBS shelled out oodles of cash to Meghan and Harry for the interview, as that kind of viewership is sure to be lucrative for any outlet. However, that's just one more rumor that has no basis in reality. According to the BBC, Harry and Meghan weren't paid for their interview, despite the fact that it was so popular among fans. Turns out this pair has plenty of other ways to make their money. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about Harry and Meghan are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.